Hey everyone, good morning. Good morning, how you doing?
Hey everybody, good morning.
Good Animorning. Welcome to the Animation Breakfast Club. I'm Dog.
I'm Swift.
We're going to be doing some Animorning Challenge reviews today.
We sure are.
To the theme of Kaiju.
For those who didn't know what the Animorning Challenge was, what the heck was it?
It's a bi-weekly or sometimes weekly animation challenge where we challenge you to do a specific thing in animation that'll help push your skills.
Oh.
And then we look at them and we see where you could improve and give general advice.
I'm sorry, I'm just getting everything ready.
We do this because we're kind people and we're completely patient with you.
What?
I don't know.
What's that got to do with anything? Hey everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Onster, hello. Hello everybody. Onster showed me a really cool Sonic the Hedgehog figurine.
What, just now?
That I haven't got over. I just saw it this morning.
Is that why you didn't click in?
I was busy looking,
you're
okay?
Busy respectfully looking at a figurine.
I was. It's so cool. It's Sonic and Shadow.
Here, I'll let the camera out.
It looks so good. Yeah, it looks amazing. Oh. One day I'll be able to afford incredible figurines like that. You know, I won't have to. What is that?
It's a plate.
It was a plate. I thought it was some kind of glowing.
Get out of here, plate.
Yeah, someday I'll be able to afford incredible figurines like that. Or maybe I won't. I didn't actually look at the price because I was scared.
$800.
Is that how much you think it is?
That's how much they usually
Do you want me to check and tell you?
No, we've got a stream to do.
Okay. I won't. Just know it's really cool, guys. It's really cool.
A quick kaiju pose for the thumbnail. Which one of us should be the kaiju?
Observe.
Alright, okay, and then I'll be like really small.
Hold on. Come on, camera. Play with me, camera. Come on. Camera. Come back. It's scared of me. I'm doing too good an impression. Look, if I do this. Getting closer again now. It thinks I've stopped. You okay? You're being afraid.
I'm being afraid of the kaiju. No.
How's that? Is that good?
Yeah, and then you can scale me down. Would it be easier if we did it over a blank background for you?
Probably, yeah. Probably much easier, right? We should probably use the green screen that we have.
Okay.
I gotcha. Oh, I don't gotcha.
How about we do it here?
Okay,
I'll be really small.
You guys are gonna have to deal with me doing it again.
Well, I won't be really small because then.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. Got my kaiju face on. How's that?
I thought it was pretty good.
Thanks. I did my best.
Do you have your NDI on? Do you have sync sketch up? Do you have region of interest off?
I should. Guess what else, guys? I got Pokemon Arceus.
No, we're not talking about
I
Pokemon.
like it. I like it so far. I like it. It's good. I have a Cyndaquil. It's called Char. Like what I do to burgers.
Should I put Pokeballs in this overlay?
Honestly, have you got Arceus too? You got Cyndaquil too? Hands up, who's got Arceus in chat?
Or as I call it, Arse.
Arceus. Who's got Arceus in chat?
No, Pokemon Arse.
Power, you've got it! Woohoo! I only just started though. I'm very early on in the game. I thought I caught a shiny the other day. I was like, oh, a shiny! But I think it was just a regular Burmy. I looked it up. I looked up shiny Burmy and realised they come in 3 different colours, and I was like, I think I just got a regular Burmy. I got so excited. I was like, I got a shiny! It's I don't think it is.
Are there any, have you saw any Pokemon in there that you've not seen before? I guess that wouldn't really make sense.
I'm thinking. I saw some Pokemon I'm not super familiar with. I saw some Pokemon I forgot existed. If that helps.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's a big Venus flytrap thing, and I'm like, I love you. So I've caught one.
What did you call it?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
Because the game encourages you to catch many of the same.
Okay.
So I catch many of the same, and then I go back to my box, and I'm like, okay, you are for my team. And then I put it into a separate box for my team. So I have to choose out of the many that I have caught.
So how many did you catch?
Like 2.
Okay.
They're aggressive, they attacked me.
It's a hard choice there.
It might be.
Pick the first one.
Yeah, that's my usual inclination, is I normally just pick the first one I caught. Unless, like, there's one I've got which has really good stats.
You like the stats, do you? Do you like the analytics?
It's just
of your Pokemon?
When you look at the Pokemon, sometimes
the graphs.
No, when you look at
the graphs of the Pokemon.
No,
I like Pokemon with graphs.
I wish there was a Pokemon that was just a graph for you.
It would be like a giraffe.
There should be a graph that goes up and a graph that goes down.
It'd be a giraffe Pokemon, and the line goes up.
That'd be pretty rad if you could. We should do an episode of Doig Swift. We don't do episodes here. We should do a morning stream sometime where we design our own Pokemon, and we can do a giraffe for you.
I don't want to do a giraffe for me. I would design a cool Pokemon.
That is a cool Pokemon. We could make it cool.
Mm-mm.
Porygon 3 is just a graph. I really like Porygon 3. I think they're awesome. Okay, we're good to do the Animorning challenge.
Okay.
I think, if you are. Wow.
Well, I'm ready when you are.
You ready when I am?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, turn on NDI then.
It is on.
Well, it's not working then.
Oh. Let me wiggle my mouse. There you go.
There you go. Turn off region of interest.
Okay.
I'm real mad at you. I told you like 2 times already.
I didn't think region of interest was on. Don't be mad. There.
Okay.
Don't be mad. Bruh.
Oh, we should have done a kaiju in front of the image.
That would have, yeah. Well, you know what, we're dumb. It's fine. People understand we don't plan things out very well. Doig is living in the city. He knows he's got to survive.
I'm on the tower.
Doig is at Tilted Towers. I heard that was a Fortnite thing. So I thought I'd say it. To be popular.
I've not played any of them battle royales, but at all.
I think they actually sounded pretty fun. Not Fortnite, but PUBG sounded pretty fun.
I think I would get lost in them if I started, so I have purposefully went, nope.
I think it would be kind of rad to do a big battle royale. I wish they did one which was like more in the theme of actual battle royale. That'd be awesome.
What, the Japanese film?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want one where there's like one gun and a bunch of improvised weapons on the map. And you get to like actually craft a realistic character. Or you get assigned a character when you go in.
Squid Game is kind of like this generation's battle royale.
It is, yeah, it is. Anywho, let me get this up. I'm gonna have a look. So yeah, this week's Animorning challenge was Kaiju. So we gave you guys a video of some city, and let you choose what you want to do with it, basically. We want you to do a big monster in the city. Go ahead, Doig. Sorry.
It's just someone in ancient art said that they found a white schoolgirl skirt from a crate and someone bought it from them for $600.
What? Like actual $600? Or like 600 PUBG dollars?
Why?
600 pubs.
I was watching that Mythic Quest thing, and one of the characters is all about he's like the finance guy trying to make as much money from the game as possible.
Keep forgetting to watch that. Sounds rad. I want to watch it.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put a sword in the game. It's worth $1 million. This is for them all to aspire to, so that like they have something to work towards, some unreachable goal." And then he goes into the next room and like, "Wow, you did really good. Someone bought that sword you made." And he's like, "What? Someone just bought it? Someone just like." He's like, my life has no meaning. They'll just buy any shit that I put in the game.
Yeah, I could just put edit because I am developing it, so I can put whatever I want in there, make it super rare. I can find it in quote marks and then immediately sell it for money.
No, it's just like it's in the store or whatever. But it's like I don't even have to try, and they'll buy it, whatever. So he loses faith in what his job is. It's really funny.
That's very sad. All right. Whoa, what's this? What's this amazing music?
Welcome to Dog Swift.
If anyone hasn't heard this, Paper Box House made like just this one stream. And Swift A. So good. Wait a second, is that another Onster? Onster Spin? That's another Onster emote I've never seen. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I can do this. I am subscribed to I can do this. Hold on. I have to do that. Since when? That's so cute.
It's new.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I love how I have more Onster emotes than I do Doig Swift emotes. Because I'm not subscribed to Doig Swift regularly. But, it wouldn't make any sense to be, because, I'd just be giving subscription money to myself and Twitch. So, anyway. So this is... Who's the first one?
I think they wanted to be credited as Kamikaze Monkeys. And they said
Kamikaze Monkeys.
This was pretty much the first time animating, so the biggest thing I learned was to reduce my scope. I wanted to have a person stomping through the city, but struggled with the posing and timing, so I switched to just blocking it out and trying to focus on the timing and volume. I think the movement is a little too fast and the volumes aren't as consistent as I think they should be, but I had fun with the challenge.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad you had fun with it. And doing this for your first ever animation, respect. Like, this is a tough one. This is a rough thing to do for your first animation. So I hope you learned a bunch doing it. Let's have a look. Oh, I see. You were doing the box first that you were going to have the character in, and this was going to be them stomping. I mean, that's pretty good for your first time animating. Like, you got squash and stretch, like, going pretty convincingly here. Look.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can see that it's sucking in and pushing out like it should be with squash and stretch. It doesn't feel like it's just growing and shrinking. And there's like a nice timing to it too. I think you got a nice spacing going on here. Like, I'm excited to see what you do next. This is your first ever thing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. The thing which I would call out here, I think, for you to look at, which I think will improve not just animation, but everything, like drawing in general, is to keep an eye on the perspective. So you can see with your box here, the top of the box is pretty much flat. So that implies that the top of the box is where the horizon line is. But we know that's not true because we can see other buildings next to it. So you can actually use these other buildings to find the horizon line and find the vanishing points and find the perspective. And then you can use that as you're animating this to get like a really accurate, cool feeling dimensionality to your box. If you just change the top of the box and change the lines there, it would actually feel like it's like going up and down in space more convincingly. Let me show you what I mean. This is when I wish that this program had a ruler. We should actually ask them if they would do that.
If they would add a ruler.
Yeah, because that would be really helpful.
Do they really not have it yet?
Do they really?
They've added a whole bunch of other stuff to it.
Have they?
Yeah.
I can't see a ruler anywhere. I can see a paintbrush. What's this? What is this? I don't know what. Wait, oh, that's just a laser pointer, so you can like circle things and then it won't stay. That's pretty cool. Not a ruler though. I'm just looking around for something straight I can draw with. Fill in the glim. That's a straight thing I can draw with. So, using these buildings, all you need to do to find the perspective is essentially just draw straight lines back. Follow the lines of the buildings. If I use this building here.
Pablo says hold shift to draw straight lines.
Hold shift. Wait one sec. Try that. Oh, but does it only do... It doesn't do diagonal. It only does... But thank you. That would have been... If that had worked, that would have been stupendous. So if you take this building as an example, we can kind of assume these guys are on a grid, right? Kinda?
Yeah, I think so.
Then you can kind of find the horizon line. That's my finger.
I mean, you can see the horizon, so this is it's working out.
And then once you've found that, you know that when your box is like here, it's probably going to be like this.
Yeah.
And that way, as it goes up and down, the top is going to adjust perspective depending on how high or low it is in the air. And it'll create a really convincing... it'll just look really convincing because it'll be lining up with the perspective of everything. So that's my advice is use buildings to find perspective.
Yeah. That'd be good for eyeballing it. For it to be like technically accurate and anything. Like those particular lines would only really properly work, I think. If your cube was in the same kind of line of these buildings going back. But you can use them as a good guide.
Yeah. In this case, I think it would work.
Yeah.
If your building was not going along the road, but was instead like Doig said, going across or something.
Yeah. But it's a good way to judge where yours would be.
Yeah. One of the hardest things about learning perspective is learning to do it and then realizing that a bunch of stuff doesn't line up to it because it's on different planes or are aligning to different perspective points, and you're like, no.
Yeah, like if all the buildings are like facing this way, but your cube is actually facing like slightly off to this, then it would have a vanishing point that recedes like behind me, but not the same as the other ones which are like behind me here.
Yeah, and then you're like, why did I even bother to plot this out?
It's just it's tricky stuff. I remember Tib made a cool diagram for you, India, like a GIF that showed like a moving vanishing point as the cube rotated. I might see if I can dig that up again.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Because I had forgotten about that. But yeah, for this example, it'll work pretty well because all the buildings are pretty much lined up with the road.
Yeah.
So we can assume that they're kind of on the same... They're all in the same row, more or less.
Yep.
More or less.
So if your kaiju was moving along like perpendicular to the road or like parallel to the road, then it's all going to be good.
Yeah. And I mean, I know that you will eventually end up erasing this box because you will put a character inside it, but it's just good practice to do that to the box, because then you'll be thinking about that when you do the character. In terms of what is the perspective on the top of the character here that I'm looking at.
Yeah, say the character's wearing clothing and they had like a trouser loop or a scarf or something, then...
Or even just the top of their shoulders.
Yeah, then you'd have the right kind of perspective on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's the one.
There it goes. Yeah, I think this is really nice. I think the only other thing that I would give you feedback on with this is I think that if you wanted, you could get like some nice tight spacing as it hits the apex of each motion. So as it reaches the apex of its stretch and the apex of its squash, you could cluster the frames together there, spacing wise a bit more, to make it feel there's more resistance to reaching the top and bottom of each of those extremes. Might make it feel just a little bit bouncier and cooler. But other than that, like I think you've done a really good job. For your first animation, this is like really impressive. Great job.
Nicely done. For big things like this, India, it's slow ups and faster downs, is that right?
Yeah, I'll put a little note on here because maybe this person will find it useful when they come to put the character in. But for big characters or objects, it's slow up, fast down. And this is something that Patrick has told us. So this is Patrick wisdom. And then for small characters, it's the opposite. It's fast up and slow down. Think of a balloon. Yeah, think about like an elephant's foot. It takes a lot of effort to raise it because it's very heavy, and then you just release that effort and drop it, and that's faster when it comes down. You know, or a very light character will spring up into the sky but then have a little bit of hang time before they come down. Anywho, moving on to the next one. We have
Arvo.
at Arvo Arts.
They said, I honestly feel like I was struggling with making it feel like it weighed more.
Okay,
So
interesting.
let's see if we can apply that advice to this one.
Yeah. Let me take this off. There we go.
Hope there was a hotkey for that.
There might be. I just might not know it. I thought when I first saw it just poking up past the building, that was a little pig and these were its ears. But now I see it's a little dino guy. I love this design. This is really cute. I see what you mean about having trouble making them feel heavy. Like, I think because I'm moving quite quickly, like, they feel like they are a little kid in a model city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because of the speed at which they're moving, I think. I think you want to... One of the main things I'm seeing here is just consistency of proportion, I think, with the character. Like, the character really changes mass throughout the animation. So I think you want to keep an eye on that. Like here, they get a lot bigger all of a sudden. I'm not sure if it's meant to be stretch or squash, but if it is, then you need to make sure that you're compensating for the downward movement by, you know, if you're having the characters squash down, then they go out at the sides. But if they don't squash down and just go out the sides, they look like they're just getting larger.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what's happening here, is they kind of feel like they're both getting taller and getting wider, so it just feels like they're getting bigger. But they're not close enough to the camera to justify the leap in scale. You know?
Yeah.
And again here, like, there's a shrinking going on. the head feels like it's staying the same size, but the body is getting smaller. So I think you want to look at just the thing that I think you want to practice that's really going to up your game here is just really being able to keep a character consistent. A great thing for doing that, a great practice you could do, is to do a character rotation.
Oh, yeah.
And just really try and make sure that the body and the head stays the same all the way through. Sometimes what I do is if I have a frame that I particularly like, especially if the character's not really coming forward too much in perspective, it kind of comes forward here. But what I'll tend to do, like you can also use this technique with that, is I'll find a drawing I like, and then I will copy that and I'll like paste it onto my canvas on a new layer, and then I can just check against it.
Yeah.
Or I can drag it over the top and check proportions. And if it's a scene like this and they are moving in perspective, I'm not going to draw this particular character because I don't want to draw super big. But say I had like a medium-sized character here, I would work out those perspective lines. Like say they're like this, and I'd just be like, if they're there, they're that size. If they're here, look how small I did the head. They're this size. And that, like, having that reference layer on helps me to keep the character scale proportionally the same throughout and proportionally accurate to itself and makes it feel a lot more believable.
Yeah.
So for that, you have to find the perspective, and then you'll need to scale your character up depending on that perspective, you know? So making sure the foot placement is the same here, and then scaling it up to make sure that it is sitting along the perspective line. So what I'd suggest is, I think you should do a personal practice where you do a rotation of a simple character, just to practice keeping things super consistent. And then I think that will really help you in the future. I forgot to ask, actually, before I go any further, Doig.
Yes?
Did this animator say anything in the form?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you already said.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I was struggling with making it feel like it weighed more.
It's okay, you don't have to repeat. I just remembered.
That's okay.
God, this brain of mine, I swear, can't retain information at all. Yeah, so in terms of making it feel bigger, I think the speed is the main problem. I think you want everything to take at least twice as long, and you really want to cluster your frames around the ups here. So your animation's nice because I can see the footsteps that your monster is taking. So I can see there's a down here, so that feels like that's a step. But I think you really want to... That's another step. So say these are the steps you're taking. You really want to cluster the frames around this, and then, you know, hold as they get the energy to push up and move again. And then they might take a little bit to get going, and then cluster around here again before tipping them over. That's going to make it feel much more weighty and heavy. And for those who don't know, these arcs here are just indications of like the path of your character and where you would put your drawing spacing wise. So think about it like a bouncing ball, where these would be your drawings. See? So if they're clustered around here, they're going to ease out of here slower. And then there's going to be a moment of quick movement as gravity takes over and the monster hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then a moment where they come to rest and settle, and then get the momentum to start pulling themselves up again.
Yeah, because like when forces are acting like that, it's like one force fighting against the other. So imagine all the weight of like a limb that they would have. They would have to put the strength into like lifting it up.
Yeah. So remember, slow ups and fast downs.
I think that's one of the ways that they show just how strong the Hulk is. When you see him in films and stuff, is he's so fast and strong. Like he's big, but he's able to move really quickly because he's just so strong.
Mm-hmm. And one of the ways they really sell that is with the follow through of the character. Like whenever Hulk does a movement, there's a lot of follow through because it shows you that there's a lot of force behind that movement. That if Hulk throws something, it's not like he's throwing a baseball.
Yeah.
Like if he throws a car, he has like a real stumble and follow through of that motion afterwards to show how much momentum there was in it.
Yeah. He has to like stop.
He's like a train.
Himself. Yeah.
You know, takes a minute to stop. Let's see, slow ups, fast downs for heavy characters. What else did we say? Oh yeah, slow down. Movement. By at least half. Is what I'd say would help. And then you can fill in those gaps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just look at character consistency, I think. Because, like, here we have them surprised, but it kind of bleeds into the previous movement because it's hard to tell when the movement stops. So don't be afraid to use holds as well. You don't have to redraw every single frame. Like, after they've sat down, it might be nice to have a pause to realise that movement's ended before they suddenly get surprised. So you're very deliberately separating those movements and making them very readable and clear for the audience. When movements overlap, it sometimes makes the two movements more difficult to read. It's like when you have a boil on a character, but then you have a camera move over the top. The boil just gets lost because it's a smaller movement.
Oh, yeah.
Well, drawings rather than...
I think also the character looks a little bit like it slides closer to us, whereas the movement feels like it would be them sitting down.
Yeah, you think it would go just backwards.
Yeah.
Rather than towards the camera here.
At least that would be my expectation.
Yeah.
So it feels like they're sliding along the road a little bit.
So the foot being here and then them ending here.
Yeah.
Feels like they're sliding towards the camera. If I do a little hold here, then you can see how much the position's changed between the two. And you can totally have this. I think you just have to justify it with the movement.
Yeah.
So if they're going to end up closer to the camera, you want a movement that shows that happening in a more realistic way than them sliding. For which you can like take reference, because it's always fun to pretend you're a kaiju.
And then slow the reference down.
I read it. Yeah, slow the reference down. Also act heavy. Be like... Poof, poof. I read a Reddit post about someone who was like, I like acting like a goblin when I'm home alone. I like to hunch my back and run around making goblin noises, stealing small trinkets from my home and putting them into a sack.
It's true.
And I recently had a conversation with the neighbours where they said they'd heard strange noises coming from my apartment, and I've now realised that my walls are much thinner than I thought they were. Is there a way to justify running around and pretending to be a goblin? And I'm just like, man, I feel you so much there. Like, sometimes you just got to act like a goblin. Sometimes you've got to amuse yourself, you know?
Goblin time.
Like, you've lived alone, Mike. Sometimes you do
Briefly.
slightly crazy things
Yeah.
when you live alone, just to amuse yourself.
Yep.
Sometimes you've got to pretend to be a kaiju and stomp around your apartment.
I sat on my fridge once.
You sat on your fridge.
Yeah.
I sat on your fridge once.
Yeah, you play guitar on it.
I did. What did you do on your fridge?
Just sat and had a sandwich.
Oh, is that the craziest you've ever gotten?
No. That's what I remember. Like,
It better
from what I
not be the
remember-
craziest you've ever gotten, because your fridge was very sittable, honourable, considering that it was the only way to get up to your secret room.
Yes. What else would I have done?
Oh, Sasama says, chat, chat, chat. I finally got an apartment. I can move out of my parents again. That's incredible, Sasama. Congratulations.
Very good.
That's amazing. Yeah, when you live alone, that kind of stuff happens. Anyway, that's beside the point. What I'm saying is you could do some reference and that would be fun to do. So long as you don't have a bunch of judgmental flatmates who are going to stare at you as you do it. And be like, you don't have a real job. What is this that you're doing? This isn't work. You can be like, yes it is!
Get them to film you.
Yeah. Be like, if you can point and laugh, then you have the free hands and time to film me. So get on it, scrubs. My job is your job now. Well, thank you very much, Arvo Arts. We very much appreciate you taking part in the challenge. We hope you had fun and that this was helpful. And it helps you become an even better animator. Hopping onwards. This is at Snowtwig. Is this an egg with a mustache? I mustache you, Snowtwig.
India.
Huh? Whoa! Martina, that was so fast!
So good.
This is amazing! Ayanoki says, yes, I did just submit my Kaiju animation. No, I wasn't still working on it after class started. We can refresh and see if we can grab yours. Thank you for the heads up.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Thumbnail's
Where
gone.
did you put it? Hold on, I'm going to move because I'm in the way of this one. I'm going to come over here instead.
Who's this one?
I should just be here. Why am I not here in this space where nothing is happening? So this is Snowtwig.
They said, did this one rough and it's not really finished, missing a few frames. Find out Krita not a fan of that many frames, causing a few crashes. Probs shouldn't have imported most of the videos since I only used 5% of those frames. I was going to do a cool mech battle or Gigamax Pokemon, but I made whatever this is instead. I don't know. Note to self, need to work more on anatomy and figure drawing.
I mean, this could be a Pokemon.
Look, it looks like a mustached egg.
Yeah, it's Father Execute.
Okay.
Good old Father Execute. All right, let's have a look.
Now let's go.
Here we go. No twig. Whoa!
What?
What? Goop Cat manifested. When you're just trying to egg and then a Goop Cat manifests and smashes you. That is such a mood for life. Man, that Goop Cat is swole. Jeez. Well, I love this. I think this is amazing.
Well done on using the environment.
Yeah. It's so cool to see the goop come from behind the buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
I love the way that the egg walks as well. You know, you'd think that they might walk like a human, but they kind of walk like they're a figurine, where they kind of like rotate from one leg to the other.
Well, where would the power center of an egg robot be?
Well, probably in its pelvis, right?
Looks like it.
Looks like it. There they go. I appreciate this egg. You're keeping nice proportion with it too. Let's see, what could I give you feedback-wise?
Hang on.
What is it?
2 people have submitted to this. Since I got stuff.
Oh, I'm wag my finger at you. Why, Yoda? The one thing that I would say with this Snowtwig is I feel like it gets a little fast at the end. I feel like you could hold some of these frames a bit longer. So let's see what we got here. So 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, yeah. So you have this quite wide spacing here where the hands start to come up. And then they're over the head. But then you immediately bring them down. Like you are not holding that at all. On such a big movement, on such a big creature, you could really get the feeling of force in there if you held these hands back here and gave them like a moving hold where you ease into a slightly more extreme position before they come down. Like really exaggerate and have fun with lingering around those fists coming back before they come swinging down. Give you a really good feeling of weight. It'll also make the movement more readable because at the minute with it just having 2 frames and because of it only having 2 frames, it kind of feels like it has equal importance to everything else that's happening because everything else is on 2s as well and is hanging about for pretty much 2 frames only. If you linger around this for like 10, 12 frames, half a second, then it's going to feel like it has way more gravity and importance and people's eyes are really going to register, oh, they're anticipating a hit. Whereas at the moment, you don't really have time to anticipate the hit and only kind of realize once it's done that that's what's happened. Because again, it has kind of equal importance to everything else. I like the appropriate smear frame on the cat because it's a goop cat.
Goop.
And then it's nice as well just pinging to the bottom of this hit. But I think you should have some kind of rebound or follow through again for this huge movement that this huge being has made. I think you need some kind of follow through here, or even like a vibration on the hands from having hit something so hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you could have the lingering effects of where the egg was hit, because the egg was previously here on the last frame, right? So when it gets hit down, have like the smashes of eggshell. You know? Petering out. You could even have those land and have, you know, smoke thrown up when they land because they're so big. They like destroy a car. These pieces of eggshell when they land on it.
Yes. Yeah, look at the size of the cars compared to what's going on.
Teeny.
They get crushed. Yes, I did just submit my Kaiju animation. No, I wasn't still working on it after class started.
I already read this out. Ayanoki.
Oh dear.
Oh, who was the second person? Call them out by name.
Valley Dweller, I think.
We know what you did. Wow, that looks really bad. But do as I say, not as I do. Ignore the really bad this that I just did and do it well. So if I'm critiquing myself,
the arc is too smooth.
The arc's too smooth. It doesn't really have an arc. It kind of just goes off into the distance. It feels like it's about to arc and then it doesn't. So it would start to come down here. And it's way too slow. It feels way too slow. Oh, it's because this is on 12 frames a second. I see. My bad. So it's on 12 frames a second and on 2s.
Oh.
So it's essentially 4 frames
Yeah.
a pop every time I do this. So I would probably play these back. Be on 1 exposure each, so that they're the equivalent of 2 frames a second on 24 frames. Sorry, I said that badly. I'm going to hoy these back to 1 exposure, so that on 12 frames a second, they're 1 frame, 1 exposure, but on 24 frames a second, they would be on 2s. That definitely feels better. I think you could still do with the arc clarifying. Sure. But I think you could have a lot of fun with that, essentially. Taking where this egg was and really having like eggshell pieces rain off it. Just start bringing them down. Boop 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 boop. Again, I think you could do it much better than I've done it there. But think about it, and then the follow through here.
Because you drew it in red, it looks like blood.
It's the main thing. Blood. Oh, follow through. Limit from myself. On hand. Flash. Recoil. Or rebounce. I'll call it recoil. Show force. And scale.
You can have your final export be 24 frames per second, but still work on 2's Silent Assassin.
Yeah. Yeah, Silent Assassin, you can still work on 2's. Like, the way that 24 frames per second works and 12 frames per second works is that 24 frames per second just gives you more options. So, probably should have done this in black. But if this is 12 and this is 24, so this is 6. I should do this where I have it start on 1 here. 12, 24. This is 12. So this would be 3. And this would be 9. 10, 11, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And then this would be 6. This would be, what, 18? Yeah. So this would be 9. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This would be 15. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did that one wrong. Can I undo? Yes, amazing. So that'd be 3. 1. 6. Okay. So basically the way that 12 frames per second versus 24 frames per second works is that every one of these exposures counts for 2 of these exposures.
That makes super sense. There's 4 notches on the left one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you've written 3 next to it.
Oh, my bad. Thank you.
That's, yeah, just...
Let me just... Let me just fix it. Is there a neat in between? There's not really, is there? It'd be on thirds.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just do it like that. So for every one of these, you get 2 of these, essentially. So even though you're working on... If you're working on 12s, every one exposure you do is 2 frames on 24 frames a second.
Yes, you would hold the drawing twice.
So if you hold the drawing twice on 12s, then you're essentially animating on 4s.
Yeah.
Because each of those 1 frames counts for 2 exposures on 24 frames a second. Whereas if you work on 24 seconds natively, you can just still hold the drawing for 4 frames. Mm-hmm. You just also have the option to hold it for 2, to hold it for 1, to hold it for 3. Like, I personally really enjoy animating on 3s. It gives me a really nice crunchy anime feel, because anime uses 3s and 4s a lot. But it gives me the option, so I can still do all the things I can do on 12s, and I can still do the same amount of work. Like, I could very easily animate. That's why people say animating on 2s rather than animating on 12 frames a second. Is that it's more common to animate on 2s using 24 frames a second than it is to animate on 1s and 12 frames a second.
Yeah.
Because if you animate on 2s and 24, then you have more options. If you want to switch to 1s, you can. If you want to switch to 3s, you can, which you can't do with 12 frames a second, because every one exposure is 2 frames natively.
Yeah.
If translated to 24 frames a second, which it is when you export it anyway. So yeah, I always recommend working on 24 frames a second because I think it gives you the most freedom, and you don't have to worry about filling in those extra frames.
Yeah.
Because if you wanted to have a frame held for 4, you would just hold that frame for 4, rather than holding it for 2 on 12 frames a second. That makes sense.
It does.
I'm sorry if I'm bad at explaining this, but does that make sense? I'll just write up here. 24 frames per second equals more flexibility. It's always really hard to talk about because the terminology of what a frame means versus what an exposure means versus what frames per second means. You know, having it on 2s and having it on 12s isn't the same, even though they equal out to the same. Like
having it on 2s and having it on 12 frames per second.
That's what I said, isn't it?
No, you said 2s and 12s.
Jeez, see what I mean? Having it on 2s and having it on 12 frames a second are two different things, even though they equal out to the same result. They're two very different things.
Yeah, with 24 frames per second, you can have another part, like you can offset body parts. You can see that in animations like Haikyuu. They'll have one character moving on frame 1, and they'll have another character moving on frame 2, and then the first character moving on frame 3.
Yeah, so all the characters will be animated on 2s, by which I mean their movements, like each frame of their animation will be held for 2 exposures, but those 2 movements will be offset by 1 frame from one another. And it makes you feel like there's movement on every single frame, which makes it feel very smooth, even though the characters are all moving on 2s. Every exposure equals 2.
I like doing a spin jump.
Equals 2 exposures.
60 frame per second animations are immoral and against God.
No, they're not. You can, like, I've used 16 frames a second and I've used 18 frames a second. But to be honest, the reason I use them is usually a crutch. I usually animate something, and then if I'm not 100% pleased with it and I can't figure out the timing, I'll try it on different frames per second until I settle on something that I think looks good.
I said 60.
Oh, 60. I thought you said 16.
No, 60.
So I rarely do an animation starting on 16 or 18 frames a second. 60 frames a second is just, there's no reason to do that much work just to make something look weirdly smooth. You lose all the texture from it. Like, with 24 frames a second, that's still like beautifully smooth. You can still make that look beautifully smooth because of the way that you use your drawings. But you also have the option to make things look crunchy if you want. You can get real texture into your animation. It can be smooth 1 second and crunchy the next.
I think you can still get that crunch with animating at 60 frames per second, but you have to do it manually. If you interpolate or give it procedural, then you lose.
You know what?
If you're translating it from a 24 frames per second to 60 frames per second.
No, you're completely right.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do 60 frames a second and just hold everything for 8 frames and be like, there, it's just like 24 frames a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is looking good. The only other thing I would look at here is your perspective. It's feeling pretty good on Egg Boy, but I think you're losing it a little bit on the Catman. Remember to look at the buildings in the background. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. To like get where that midriff would be and get where those knees would be. You know? Get where that clavicle would be.
This is an instance
shoulders.
where cross contours would be really good. I think you said that you wanted to work on figure drawing, and when we were at Life Drawing one time, they talked about contour drawings, which is where you draw a line across the form. Like imagine you were drawing the top of a cylinder, but it was across the arm. It gives you a good indication of like how the form is wrapping around. And if you put those in your construction drawings, you can kind of move those as they move through space. So if something's way higher than you, then it's gonna wrap around more. When it's like more like flat on with you, it's gonna be more of a flat line.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wanna learn more anatomy and if you wanna get better at that kind of stuff, then definitely figure drawing I'd recommend. Figure drawing's amazing, especially, and don't get scared now, 30-second per pose, or a minute per pose. 30 seconds is a personal favourite for gestures, but it also helps you figure out the forms really fast and how to shorthand them, which is really useful. And it prevents you from overworking, which is another great thing.
Okay, we got to go to the next one because we've got 3 more after this.
Okay, I think that I had finished off my my feedback anyway. I love egg person so much. Okay, one last thing. If you're gonna have them punch, you could make this much clearer by making sure you break the silhouette. So this is a gesture tip: is break silhouette when you're doing an important movement. Make sure that even if you completely blanked out everything here and had like, say there was lightning behind them and they're all silhouetted against the sky, you need to still be able to read what's going on. It's just good practice. You would have a twist here because they're throwing their arm back, right? So they would twist to the side and then have the arm really be like, I'm getting ready to punch you, my arm is out here.
Yeah.
You know, even have them aiming with his hand. Aha, will you go? Fisticuff, sir! I will punch you!
What is it Queensberry rules?
What's Queensberry rules?
Is that not the old boxing rules?
Oh, what, like when people are prancing around on their feet and yelling fisticuffs?
Yeah.
I love that. I do that all the time when I'm trying to pick a fight with Mike.
I'm more stoic.
I love it. Yeah, Mike just stands there and looks at me as I'm prancing around
leave me alone.
Alright, let's hop on to the next one. Well done, Snow Twig. This is awesome. Great work! Valley Dweller says, people get mad at me when I use 24 in games, but getting those extra even subdivisions helps my brain a lot. What am I going to do with frame 7.5? Yeah, that's the thing. That's why 24 is so great. Is because it divides evenly. Like, it's very easy to do halves on when you're animating.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people do 25. Do they do 25 in games, Valley, or do they do 60? But yeah, it's rough. It's rough. Doing 60 is kind of like doing 30. It's difficult to divide anything. Everything's in thirds, which is real hard. 24, nice, neat. Divide it into 4, easy peasy. Halve everything. Makes easing very, very simple to think about. Animation's hard enough. We don't want to make the mathematics more difficult too.
They didn't say anything for this one, so...
Nothing?
Proceed. Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look. Hold on. I've got this on. Oh, wait, okay. There is no opacity on this. This is just how it is. Okay. I thought that I'd done something wrong. Here we go. Wait, whose is it? Oh my gosh. Whose is it?
I don't have the window up. Give me a sec.
You animate for games and you work on 25 frames a second. That's so frustrating. That one extra frame adds so much confusion.
I think this is Prathic art.
Parathic art. How do you spell that?
Prathik
Okay.
_art.
Here we go. I nudge them against the building. No, the car! Oh, this is awesome. I love it. Great work. Hold on, let me make sure that I want to pop their little handle on. We can make sure. Little handle? How's the handle little? Anyway, what are they at?
PRA.
PRA. No Y.
Do you want me? I'll just link it to them in the chat.
Is this right?
It's a K.
Okay. Okay, K. There we go. So yeah, this is awesome. I really like this. I love that you had them actually eat a car. That's great. That's grand. The little settle as well with the arms, where it's like it doesn't quite get it right when it first lands, and it has to like readjust with its little arms. It's great. Like really lovely stuff.
Your character.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of see how you've done it too. Like you can see that you did the ball first, like the overall body, and then you added on each limb afterwards individually. So this slow up, this hold at the top is real nice. I also love its expression. It's trying so hard. I really feel for this. I think you could make the down a little bit faster. Let's see. So you're on 30 frames a second here. Why are you guys on your frame rates? What's wrong with you? Alright. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound super judgmental there. I'm just an old school. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 on 30 frames a second. How much is that? How much is that in 24 frames a second? If you have 6 frames on 30.
Okay, I don't know, man. It's math.
It's like what, a 4 or something? I'd guess maybe like a 4.
Wait, are you saying a 6 on 30?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5.
That's a 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think 5 is a little too much to have when they're descending. You want this to feel fast. Quick maths. You guys are amazing. Look at you. Coming into the chat with like 5 immediately weeb. What the heck? So yeah, I think having this take that many frames or be held for that many frames makes it feel much slower than it needs to feel. And you probably know because you've seen the other critiques now, but we've been talking about slow ups and fast downs for large characters. So I love the cluster of frames you have here. I love the ease you have at the top of the arc. It's fantastic. I think you want to speed that up as it comes down to hit the ground to make it feel even heavier. So I put less of a hold here. So maybe 3 frames, which would be I don't know what that would be. So why are you looking at me like this? Maybe 3 exposures rather than 6, like halve it. And if it feels weird, then just give it more follow through when it hits the ground to like sell it. You know, you got to sell the motion. Those slow ups, fast downs. Balls weighty. Yeah, like I just want to call out nice ease. Okay. So then we hit the bottom, and I would love to see on this frame in particular, I'd love to see more squash as it hits the ground, you know? It feels like it should be such a squashy shape, but it doesn't distort as much as I think it's going to when it hits hits the ground. So I think that's something you could do to like add to the appeal of the character. Because it's something that as a viewer, I wanted to see, and I was hoping and anticipating it would happen. And then when it didn't happen as much as I thought it was going to, I was like, aw. I think it would really add to the appeal. Love to see more squash. Yeah. Like, phew. And then this is real nice. Squash up against the building. Could maybe hold here a little bit, or maybe ease a little bit here. Out of the motion. And then again here I'm really like squash. I'm wanting basically every time that this monster hits the ground for you to kind of see the distortion on the monster squashing down.
Like if you had a water balloon.
Yeah, like a water balloon. So again here so you see its little arms flailing? So it's got its arm trapped underneath it. And then it like elbows itself up and hits the ground here. Well, I really want that to like follow through. Like I want when it hits the ground with its hands, like here, I want every time that happens for the body to follow through. Because what's happening is that it's putting its arm down because it needs to lean its weight on it, right?
Yeah.
So once once the arm hits the ground, the weight should shift so that it's over the top of the arm more, because that's what it's using to support.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't move at all when the arm comes down, it implies it doesn't even need to put the arm down, really. It could just not have it there because nothing would change.
Yeah.
So putting its arm down here, I feel like I want it to settle down into it then. Like, I feel like once this hits...
You want the whole sort of like front.
Yeah, I want like a second key that you ease into where it just goes down. Once this hit, settle the body down. Show the weight shift. Weight shift, a weight shift, a weight shift, weight shift, a weight shift. And then this is great, so it's gonna do a little dot so that I can take off my own notes. Anticipation, bah! I love that just happens in one frame, like they've just like popped their mouth open.
They do a little look down though.
They do a little overshoot as well, which is real nice. Lovely. Maybe have some spit. Like just trail of spit or something. Make it real grody. I love it though. I love the little debris that you've got as well. That's wonderful. Like, it's so fun. It's so fun. This animation is really fun.
Yeah.
The little blink at the end too. Like, they don't mean any harm. What's a giant frog kaiju got to do to get a nice car to munch on around here?
Very good.
Yeah, lovely work. Really enjoyed watching that. Thank you for submitting to the challenge.
You're going to have to do a little bit of a refresh.
Oh. Big juicy lad, a squashy boy. Here we go. Oh my gosh, what is this?
What?
What is this?
What the hell?
What the heck?
Chromel Depot.
What the heck
Deskcam
is this?
Futures LLC Jelly Cats.
Oh my gosh,
Whoa.
this is incredibly badass. Wait, is this an Oh my gosh, it moves. I was like, this can't possibly move. It moves.
Is this traditional?
This is traditional.
What the hell?
What the heck is traditional in layers? This is so cool. What the heck? Ayanoki, is this yours? Dude, this is incredible. Are you kidding me?
We're badass kaijus.
Oh my gosh. I love all these little references you've got. Deskcam Futures, LLC. Jellycat. It's a Jellycat factory. This is incredible. Hold on, let me hit play. Let's see. Whoa!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so rad. So you would had to do all these frames. You would had to have drawn them individually, then cut them all out, and then almost stop motion them together, right? That's so rad! What the heck? I love this. The little jiggle and everything as well, making it look like it's kind of got an animation boil, is super rad, right? You put some work in. You're not fucking joking. Jeez. This took more than 3 hours. My goodness. Oh yeah, sorry, Doig. Please read what Ayanoki said.
They said, I just wish I had more time in my life to fix the little things.
The little things?
Yeah.
I think it's super charming. Like, I love the way everything jiggles a little bit. That's wonderful. Like, yeah. Smashing cars. I'm so happy about it.
Burp.
So you must have had to have planned this ahead, right? Did you plan what frames you needed? Nice. And then the flame. Is the flame going this whole time? That's so cool. The flame's got its own little animation that's going.
I don't have my flame.
And then I love Doi's expression when the intense eye contact with whatever he's blasting. Those blasts are really fun too. I love the way that you cut out. You did like it's almost like the way that people do impact frames, you know, where they do an impact frame where it's black and white, and then they invert it and do white and black. Get out of the way, Doig. Your head's in the way of what I'm trying to show. Look how it's cut out here. That's really rad. That's really rad. Holy shit.
Yeah.
How am I meant to critique this? This is too cool. Like, all the helicopters and everything have their own little thing going on. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, I love this. Okay. Let's see. If I was to look at this animation-wise, I'd say you could have a little overshoot.
What?
Oh, hold on, I'll get back to this in just a sec. Someone important has approached. It's Paperbox House! Paperbox House! I saw before we started the stream that you was drawing Goofy.
That has my messages in there.
How's it go? Oh no. Is it not working completely correctly?
It's not working completely correctly.
Oh shit, who'd have thought that could happen on a stream like this?
Hello everyone, hello.
Welcome! We're doing Animorning challenge reviews. It's a bi-weekly thing, by which I mean fortnightly, where we do a challenge. We set a challenge and people submit their ideas and their animations, and then we go over them. How the heck are you?
You are imposter sus among us.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're the imposter?
What?
Are you the imposter? Get blasted.
I look through this donut. Yeah, we're Doig and Swift. He's Doig, I'm Swift. We do animation and other stuff. And that's it. That's all you need to know about us.
I'm Swift. She's Dog.
Can we have a shout out for Paperbox House? Everyone go and check out Paperbox House's stream.
Play the theme tune.
Play the theme tune.
Okay.
Do it. It's so good. We played it earlier today. Thing is though, you can never play this enough. This was composed by Alfred himself. How amazing is that? So how are you guys? What were you up to? You can't hear it. You can hear it. You can't hear it?
It's too low.
Kind of low. Damn it.
Oh,
I guess I'll just have to play it again. But
Again?
louder.
Again, but louder.
Again, but louder.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you let us know how everything was and how your day's going.
Welcome to Going Swift.
You were drawing? You don't say. That doesn't sound like you at all. You're drawing Goofy, I saw. I saw before our stream started. Were you storyboarding anything? I know, right? Yeah. Goofy and Pete. I love those boys. They're great. Did you used to watch Goof Troop? I used to watch Goof Troop. Pete and Goofy have a special place in my heart. There's a chamber just for them. The blood chamber, just for those two. Yeah, please do. Send the pic. I want to see it. Like, what are you doing? Get out of here. What's wrong with you? There's something about that angry face that looks so like... It's like when you have a woman who's your next door neighbor and you just see her looking over the fence at you and that's her expression. You're like, Maud, what, are you okay? What's up? And she just slowly slides down and disappears behind the wall and you're like, what was that about? And then the next day you see her like walk past your window and she's got the same expression, and then you see her in the supermarket and she turns to you and she's got the same expression, and you're like,
Are you saying I have
there's something wrong with Maud.
old lady angry face?
There's something about it. It's like when old ladies have the face, you know, the face where they look really disapproving at you and like they're kind of disgusted, but they don't realize they have that as their resting face. They don't realize that they're wearing the hearts on their sleeves so adamantly.
They think they're looking at you like this, but they're actually looking at you like this.
Yeah, they think they have a neutral expression, but they don't. Here it is. Have a look. Get out of here. Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's so small and hold on. Hold on. This is the place where I can show the art better. We should maybe make it appear a bit bigger on screen. Look at them! This is so cute! Why is this so cute? I love the way you draw them! What the heck? You're so good at drawing, dude! You make me angry. You make me angry at your skill. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I want it on my wall. I want it on my face forever.
I learned how to drop kick.
Those morning vibes when, like, you know, on a dirty springy mattress and the place like is messy and kind of smells, but you know what, you care about one another, and so it feels like the best morning ever.
I learned how to drop kick.
You learned how to drop kick.
Yeah.
Go on, show me. Oh. How did it disappear? What happened? What happened?
Got tidied.
It got tidied. Okay. I see.
It's not working anymore.
I learned how to do it. I can't do it. Do you know what learn
There we
means?
go. Drop kick.
Drop kick me. Go on. I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm ready. Are you nearly doing it? Ah! Ah! move your little leg before you got up. Okay, I see. Alright, Doig, stop. Alright, I'm gonna show everyone what Ayanoki's been doing. So, this is the morning challenge, for anyone who doesn't know. Last week's Animorning challenge was the theme Kaiju. Get your big head out of the way! I'll get a pin. I'll pop it. Don't look at me like Maud. I don't care, Maud. Just buy your oranges, okay?
Sorry, Irenoki. Sorry.
The theme was Kaiju. So we gave people a piece of footage and asked them to animate Kaiju over the top. Ayanoki has constructed an entire world using traditional media by drawing and cutting out all of the pieces individually and then photographing them, photographing them, or filming them frame by frame to kind of create a stop motion puppet scenario. So check this out. How rad is this? This is fucking so rad. What the fuck?
I got laser beams.
You got laser beams.
I got a laser beam. Like this.
It's so good. So I was just about to give a little critique. I was going to say, when I smash down on the cars, it might be nice to do a bit of overshoot on this frame here, where I squash down a little more than I usually would, so that I can pop up the next frame and it makes it feel more forceful. But I'd probably just have I probably wouldn't keep my beak in the same place actually, I'd have it go down a little bit. Let me pop this over the top. I have something like this going on. I love the way you draw us as well, by the way. This is so dope.
It's cute.
It's so dope. And then I want this back a frame. Take it back a frame. Take it back a frame. There we go. And then back up here. So it would just be one frame here that would overshoot. And I'd give it that little bit more oomph and snap. And then with Doig here, it might be cool to have like a little bit of anticipation just before he fires. So same thing. It's all squash and stretch, man. Just squish him down a little bit. He's getting ready to fire his laser. So it's all in, I guess it's all in the follow through and the anticipation. And to be honest, I understand why you might have added those, considering that you had to do a new complete drawing for each one and then put it into the sequence and shoot it on a camera. Like, I understand that extra frames are a lot more work than there might be just me sketching it out here.
Yeah. You wanted to keep me all stoic, says Irenoki.
Yeah, yeah, that's also a good reason. Like, I thought it might be that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. That's an acting choice, and if that's the way that you would like it to be, then that's totally fair. I like the little head rotation too. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much critique about this. I think, like, what you were trying to do and what you've achieved, I think this is really cool. Like, I haven't seen an animation done like this before, and I think it's radical. I guess you could, like... One thing which would probably help the feeling of force is to have a screen shake. You know, you could always add more effects, like dust sweeps. It might be cool to have, when the stomp happens or the laser happens, to have each level of city vibrate as it gets closer to the camera to make it feel like the kind of force is radiating outwards. I think this is amazing. I love it so much. You've done an awesome job. I just feel blessed with my eyeballs to behold this. Wait, no way.
Markatoto!
Markatoto! Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I can't believe two raids in short order. How the heck are you, Ma?
Why did the camera go back?
I don't know.
What?
I have no clue.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did it just break?
Maybe. You know what?
Oh,
I wouldn't be completely
no.
surprised. You guys are doing a great job attacking the sky, though.
Oh God.
Wait, did we lose? I guess we lost.
I guess we lost.
Hey, Jellycats, how's it going? What's up? The raid needs a little bit of work, guys. It's a work in progress,
broken.
okay?
Hey,
Like it's
look,
making some changes.
the jelly cats.
Jellycats. Hey, Ma, what were you up to? Wait, were you Dance Revolutioning? Oh, Ma, we appreciate you. Welcome. We just had a paper box house raid too. So it's an all-stars in chat right now.
Come in, friends.
Yeah. Welcome. You're playing DDR in 3D. What do you mean in 3D? You mean like VR? Oh my gosh. DK Nightlight, that's amazing. You have Alfred and you have Ma both looking at the dancing kitty. It's beautiful. You know this is a good life, just living in Jellycats. You had your 3D model where you did a little dance. That's so cool.
That's cool.
Can your 3D model like tell what you're doing like physically with your whole body? That's so rad. I need to go back and check that out.
You mod for them both.
It's full body. What the heck? You mod for them both. That's amazing. Wow.
Well, it's a good thing you're here because they're both here. You have to mod for them.
Yeah, you have to make sure they don't get into any shenanigans. You know we can't leave them alone for a second. They might do something rad that we don't see.
The dancing was not picked up very well though, due to Mar only having feet and no legs.
You know, I can see that. I can see how mapping real human anatomy onto what essentially is a small pink Kirby / Goomba is pretty difficult.
Should I clear out these jelly cats?
Sometimes you need the legals, you know? Sometimes you need them. I wouldn't have that problem because I am 90% leg. Whoa now.
Pest control.
Jeez, oh. It's a Kaiju. A Kaiju, that's so cute.
Look at him.
I love it. I'm on my butt for some reason. This is so adorable. Help me. Help me, this is so adorable.
Oh.
Look at your little earnest face. How did it go? I'm so bad at DDR. I really want to get a mat so I can practice and get good at it. I have a friend called Teeb, and I went to stay where Teeb lives, and Teeb let me play on her DDR mat, and it was a sight. I'm really not very good at those games, and you think I would be because I love dancing. I feel like I got rhythm. Not on a DDR mat though.
Let's head back over. Come on. We got reviews to do.
What's DDR? It's Dance Revolution. Yeah, Ma, check this out. This is Ionoki's in chat. Let me just take my notes off for a sec. Look what they did! The theme was Kaiju. It's all traditional. It's all paper cutouts that have been like stop motioned. Right? What the heck?
That's super cool.
So much work. It looks amazing. How? I don't even know. Patience. It's wonderful, Ionoki. Thank you so much
The effects are so
for
cool.
blessing our eyeballs with this, right? Seeing the effects, like, in paper, drawn and cut out like that, is really cool. I love it. It's pretty epic. There's so much detail, right? There are so many little nods, like Chromo Depot, Deskcam Futures, Jellycat Incorporated. This is great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I hope you had fun doing the challenge as well. Alright, I guess we've got one more left to look at.
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
Da-da-da.
I'm going to come over here. Valley Dweller.
Valley Dweller.
I saw you in chat. I know you're here. Here you are. Okay. Get my little thing out.
They said... Give me a second. They said... struggled with everything, haha. Was interesting trying to shoehorn this into Procreate. This is a little bit of an animatic, really poorly motivated landing and falling in water, boo. Ended up being a VFX exercise, which was fine.
Cool. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Oh, whoa. Whoa. What the heck?
Whoa, that's cool.
Jeez, oh.
Nice posing.
Yeah, this is epic. Damn. I love this posing, yeah. Like, these poses are really nice, really communicative, really clear.
What is that text in there?
I don't know. I guess it's, it says new Animorning chat. I'm not quite sure why. You can tell us, Valley Dweller. It's in there. Oh, it's really sweet of you to put the little twitch.tv/DoigSwift on the bottom. Or did you do that, Doig, on the footage?
I didn't do that.
Oh, that's really sweet of you. Thank you, Valley Dweller.
Yeah, it looks like a tweet.
Yeah, I love these poses. The only thing I'd say that isn't completely clear to me is they seem like they land in such a like badass way. Like they've kind of got this on lock. But then it's like they almost like get hit backwards by something. And I'm not sure if they've like managed to get out and then the exhaustion catches up with them and they keel backwards, or if they get hit by something and keel backwards. I feel like we have a little bit of shrinkage as well with the figure going from this to this.
Oh.
I feel like they should be a little bit taller. So my first note is just watch character proportions. And I'll put on following frames.
Animation is so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty rad, isn't it?
You can make anything.
You can make anything.
You can make anything.
The effects are really fun here, though. Again,
Yeah.
I really like how you're playing with the layering, how you have it, you know, both in the foreground and in the background behind buildings. It's really cool. It adds so much depth to see that added.
Yeah, those tall buildings. Yep, that's cool.
And the effects are really nice too. One thing I would say, and you're probably going to hate me because this probably took a huge amount of time to do. So by the point you got to this part in the animation, you were probably just like, I just need to get this finished. But if something really big is hitting the water, I think the ensuing explosion of water would disperse much slower.
Yeah.
Especially from a distance. Like, imagine like Godzilla falling to the water. You're going to have like a...
Yeah, mm-hmm.
You're not going to have like a...
Yeah.
Because that implies something small, like a baseball hitting the water or something. Like, you really want... like... a pillar of water to come up and to slowly disperse. And to do that properly, because I haven't ever animated anything like this before, definitely look at reference of like Godzilla, or like real reference of... I don't know how much real reference it is of huge things falling into water, but if you can find some, then... What is it?
Just when you like look at reference, but I was expecting like, you know, like a torpedo or like something hitting a ship or something, but you're like, just look at reference of Godzilla. Like,
Well,
you
I
like
don't know.
clarified with like real reference, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there isn't that much reference of stuff like this, because the whole reason people think kaiju are cool is because they don't exist.
Yeah.
So, like, so finding reference that people have filmed of things as big as this falling into water is pretty difficult, unless it's like a tragedy that happened, which can be uncomfortable for some people like me to watch.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want to watch
People are suggesting...
a truck go into, like a school bus go into a pond or something. It'd have to be bigger than that. That was a bad example.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't want to watch something like that.
Okay, fair. People are
Sorry,
suggesting like ice shelves like hitting the water, or glaciers falling apart and stuff for.
Oh,
big
that's a
things.
great idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Whales jumping.
Whales jumping is good. Ice glacier footage is good. That's awesome. Yeah, that's naturally occurring. No one gets hurt, and it's super huge.
Pacific Rim is pretty good as well.
Tresmolo says, "What do you mean references like Godzilla or real references?"
Yeah, there's someone in there who's like, Godzilla isn't real. Ah.
I'm sorry.
Gojira.
I mean, Godzilla
Gojira.
is real in a metaphorical sense.
He's real in your hearts.
He's real in what he stands for. Yeah. So that's something I'd have, like longer dispersion. Equals scale.
I like
Ref.
the Nick Totopoulos one. I like that Godzilla film. I thought it was neat.
Which one?
The American one.
Have you seen Hideaki Anno's?
I've not seen that one yet. No. Shin Godzilla. No.
Yeah, Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
Straight up uses Evangelion music.
Yeah, look at Evangelion for this.
Look at Evangelion for this. Oh, excuse to watch Evangelion? Maybe. But yeah, also, I was wondering what would happen if I put it up from 4 frames a second. I see you animating at 4 frames a second.
They said it was more of an animatic.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. I won't put it up then. This is obviously the speed at which you want to have your poses read, and then you would add more frames in afterwards. It looks rad though. So the impression I get is that this is this character charging through or being pursued by something. So the only thing I'd call out here is like this acting. Watch acting make clear, because I'm not 100% sure what the character is thinking or feeling at this point. Like what they're reacting to. I think you could clarify that in your posing.
Why are you saying Evangeline Lilly's name wrong? Aha. Yeah. Huh? Someone's being funny.
Silent Assassin says, "What's Evangelion?" Well, Evangelion is it's a old anime series from the 90s that set the bar for a lot of other anime series. It became like a real staple of anime and of the genre of giant robots fighting. That inspired a whole like generation of creators and animators. So a lot of the things you see in modern anime, you know, are actually inspired by or references from Evangelion. It's just great. It's great. Evangelion's awesome. I love Evangelion. There's some people who, you know, it's not their taste, and that's totally fair. It is an acquired taste. I guess it caught me at the right time when I was a teenager, but I still love it to this day.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's all. That's the feedback I have for you. I think it's awesome. You did a great job. Yeah, it's wonderful. All right, great job, everybody. Happy Animorning Challenge Day.
Happy Animorning Challenge Day.
So what are you doing next, you might ask? What are you doing next, you may say to me? You may say, Swifty.
Swifty.
Tell me what the next Animorning Challenge is, and I will
Tell me
say...
what the next Animorning Challenge is, and you'll say...
I'll say to you that we're reviving an animation challenge that we did last year.
Phoenix!
Because I thought it was really fun and really cool, and I loved seeing what people did for it.
From the ashes.
And I still think it's a great exercise for animation, because it both gives you it gives you a character model to work from. It sets up the scenario for you. It allows you to choose any kind of scenario you want within that. Like, you can have acting, you can have action. And it's a great way to draw the thing that you love. So we are reviving the comic book Animorning challenge.
Oh, okay.
If you remember that one, Doig.
Yeah.
Round 2, everybody. So the comic book Animorning challenge is the one where you take 1 or 2 panels from one of your favorite comic books and you animate them. So I have an example of one which I did, although I don't know if I'll be able to find it now. Let me see if I can. What was the comic book called that I did it? Was it Extraction? What was it called?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Wait, were you streaming at the same time? What?
Valley Dweller, what the heck?
How did this go?
How, Valley Dweller?
Okay.
Yo,
it's
thank you
super
so much for the
broken.
raid. You know what? This is the perfect time because we were just talking about what the next Animorning challenge is going to be.
I'm sorry, that's broken. I'll fix it. It's okay. Your raiders survived. They're all upside down though.
I was just trying to remember the name of that comic book. What's it called? Extinction Extraction X.
Is it to do? Well, she's got a. Is it like her hand is missing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's so
to
good.
do with that. Let me have a look.
It's called. When I could remember. But yeah, welcome everybody. So we are animators. I'm Swifty, he's Doig, and you came just in time for the Animorning challenge, which is something we do every 2 weeks. We set an animation challenge. We encourage people to spend around 3 hours on them, and then we review them and set the next challenge. Catwave nostalgia. You were watching? What? Amazing. Do you remember what it was called?
It's like diss something, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Give us 1 sec, guys. We're just looking for it. So I'd love to be able to give you an example of what I meant. That would be wonderful to be able to show you.
I think the way I've found this is going to be Extremity.
Extremity, that's it. Okay.
Okay, how I found that, right? Because I was like, I know who the artist is, but I don't, like, it's not in my brain. So I was like, his name is Dan. So I said, Comic Dan Artist. And then I looked down the names and it was like, original comic art by Daniel Warren Johnson. I'm like, that's him. That's who I'm trying to think of. And then I just put Darren Warren Johnson comics, and that was one of the ones that came up. Extremity. It's called Extremity.
Okay. Amazing. So, did I post a comic? Yes, I did. Awesome. So here you are. So this is an exercise that I did for fun. One of the morning streams. So this is from a comic book called Extremity, and here are the actual panels. So I took this little set of panels here, and I was like, I want to animate this. And so this is what I came up with. So yeah, that's basically the challenge. It's just take a few panels that you really like from one of your favorite books and bring them to life with animation. You know, it's great because it ends up setting up the scenario for you, and you get the character models and everything. You even get pretty much the key poses.
Mm-hmm.
It's just up to you to then bring it to life. There you go.
Super
So
cool.
yeah, it's going to be awesome to see you guys tackle that Animorning challenge. Yeah, you remember working on that one? That was like, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Look at
Something
the
like
Twitter
that.
date.
I closed it. I closed it.
Gotcha.
Wait, it's still on the thing. It doesn't... I can't... Wait, was it 2008, did it say, or something?
I don't think it was 2008.
Okay, I missed it. It was up, but by the time I found where the date was, it left the screen.
Probably
so.
2017.
Sorry, 2018 maybe then. I saw an 8, I think. So 2018. It's probably when. Wait.
27th of April. So why are people just
Everyone
saying
says
dates?
different dates. What the heck? Oh, Astral Library, you're going to do Paranatural. Awesome. Oh my gosh, yeah, Girl in the Glim. Oh, this is the one. This is the one that Habbo did its Girl in the Glim animation for.
Yeah.
No pressure to do Girl in the Glim, by the way. I'm going to say that this time. No pressure. You can do a different book. You can do one of your old favorites. I'd love to see some Paranatural animated. Like, I think that's a great idea.
It's January 2018. So
Just a couple of years ago, 2008.
4 years ago.
You know, 1988, just a few years ago. 4 years ago, you say. Wow, time
Yeah.
is flying.
If you want to see how India made that, in that tweet thread, there's a stream that we did.
It's a really old stream now. If you want to see how we used to stream 4 years ago, you can see it.
Let's see it now.
No.
Why not?
No.
I have control.
How does the animation challenge work, and when do we submit it? Mississippi. Basically, keep an eye on the Doig Swift Twitter, Doig Swift on Twitter, and we will post a form. And we'll post the Animorning challenge again as well. We'll post a description of it. And once you have your animation done, you can submit it to that form. We just ask that you submit it the day before the Animorning challenges. So Sunday nights, if possible. And we'll review it in 2 weeks from today. As usual, the general guidelines are try not to spend more than 3 hours on it. Like, you totally can if you want to. If you get into it, that's totally fine. But we say that to make sure that people don't feel obligated to do huge things. It's fine for it just to be rough. Like that one I showed you, I think that took me like 2 hours or something to do. I mean, you can see if you want to check out the stream how long it took me.
I think I did with fan art of the thing from Enter the Gungeon with the little doggo.
Look, this is my old self before I was a bird. Ha! What a silly, pathetic existence it was as a human.
And I had a more videos visor, apparently.
I love your more videos visor.
Yeah.
It's great.
I was all about getting people to watch more videos back then.
Yeah. The 3 hours is so that people don't feel overwhelmed by it, and so that we don't end up taking up too much of people's time. Like, I'd rather people be working on their own personal projects and stuff. I don't want to take that time away from people.
Apparently that animation took you 4 hours to do.
4 hours. There you go.
While streaming.
4 hours while streaming. There you go. This is how long it took me to do. Back when we could go for 4 hours in the morning. It was a really nice year for creativity, to just be able to do our own stuff.
Yeah.
Basically, I'd worked at Boulder and I saved up enough money from working at Boulder to take a 6-month hiatus. And then the 6-month hiatus turned into a much longer hiatus because I ended up picking up some freelance work. But it was a great time because a lot of the day was free every day, so I could spend it like really just getting into streaming, spending more time doing that than I usually would be able to. And we could do a lot of our own projects, like our Let's Play videos and stuff. So it was a really fun time. 2017, 2018.
Yeah, January 2018, I think you would have been helping Pat storyboard on Night Runner.
Yeah.
for outside of that time, and that was it. That's what you had on.
Yeah. I mean, this went a lot faster, I think, than I normally would do, even at 4 hours, because, like I said, the building blocks were already there for me in terms of the comic panels, so I really just had to redraw it in my style, you know?
Yeah.
And
you had
then
the framing.
Yeah, and then you can see like the perspective on the racer that she's riding. That's basically the same drawing, just scaled. I mean, you can tell. So lots of little shortcuts in Toon Boom and stuff. Are you trying to emulate the style of the comic? I think that would be awesome, yeah. I think you essentially want them to look like moving panels. Like, you want them to look like the comic book panels, but moving. I didn't have time to do the background or the guy who gets his head cut off or something, but I did the part I was mainly interested in doing.
Yeah. Super cool.
But I think it's a great way to push outside your style as well. So if you are feeling intimidated by the fact you should be emulating the style because you're drawing Batman or something, don't be. Give it a go. You'll probably learn a lot from trying to draw in that style. You might come away with something that you want to do more usually in your own style and your own drawings.
Where can we look for panels for Girl in the Glim?
Oh, that's nice. If you want to, then I'd say you could check the website. It's difficult because we can't sell the PDF of the original self-published version anymore.
Yeah.
Like, just because the new version's coming out soon. So there's not really a way for us to show you the inside, apart from just like, I mean, Doug could show you some now, but you'd just have to take a screen grab or something. So the best place is probably our website that has a few stills up.
Yeah, but there's no real pages.
There's no real pages. So, I mean, maybe it's best for you to choose a different book.
Yeah.
But if you do want to order Girl in the Glim, then pre-orders are open now. And you can go to girlintheglim.com.
I just remembered. This is completely different, but before we started, I saw that.
Pink, thank you for the sub.
I saw that Palbro did his 2-year anniversary.
Palbro, happy 2 years!
Like, thank you so much, dude. A big reason why you're on Twitch is because of Palbro fella being like, you know what, you guys would do really well on Twitch, and it's really welcoming and supportive, and it has been, and he was completely right. And thank you very much, Palbro.
Palbro's the best.
2 years of Twitch.
Yeah, thanks, Palbro. Thanks for being here on this journey with us.
When was our Twitch anniversary?
You're asking me.
Is it today?
It's not today, is it? The 7th of February. It can't be.
Oh shit, man. Oh shit.
It's not though, is it? It's not. I don't think it is.
Oh, affiliate-versary, I guess maybe is today, because Palbro would have subbed on day 1.
Pretty sure it is. Nah, it can't be.
Shit.
Twitch anniversary. Oh shit! What are we meant to do now?
No.
Can we make everything purple and have a party?
I guess this is the anniversary of our becoming affiliates.
Can someone send in a picture of a purple cake?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Purple party. Doig, can you reload the overlay, but having hue adjusted all of our colours to purple on the textures?
No, not quickly. Wait, yes.
Do it. Purple party. Purple party. It's time.
Die.
Da do da. And a swift A. I can't believe it's today been 7 years since we was on Twitch. Thank you for the Jaffa cakes. Oh, look at that. You're purple.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Me now. Minnow. Willem says, no, not quickly. Wait. Yes. Said like a true programmer. Power says you should check when was the first official Doikswift stream and mark that. We should. I mean, I guess the first official Doikswift stream on Twitch we could do. The first official Doikswift stream was just Swifty. It was just me streaming on YouTube.
That's true.
Buy me onesie.
Hang on.
Sorry, I'm hanging. There's so many Jaffa cakes, guys.
I'm
There's
sorry.
so many.
It's gone.
Oh! King Jiffa Jaffa says, I love that Swift is like Picard at the helm, just yelling excessive requests Doig's way, and he needs to pick up the pieces. Make it so purple! Thank you, little creature. Wahoo! I got a chromail.
You got a chromail.
I got a chromail.
Oh, no.
No way.
No bueno.
I gotta check it. Yo!
I might
We
not
look
have,
like negative
I
versions
might
of
not have
ourselves.
thought this through.
I love it.
We're being,
We look like we're at some kind of rave and we're under blacklight or something. I mean, this is. I mean, it doesn't necessarily say, "Hey, it's our Twitch anniversary," but you know, I guess it's better than nothing. Look, I got purple feathers. That's pretty rad.
pretty neat.
Blacklight disco. We just need some glow sticks or something.
I got glow sticks.
Whoa, that's so bright now. Look, a purple cake! Just for our Twitch anniversary.
Just for our Twitch anniversary.
Oh, happy Twitch anniversary, everyone. Yay! It's a party. Ta-da. It's a party.
What does it look like when we have stuff seeing through us? Oh.
This seems fine. This is, 2 years and we've got everything working better than ever. Everything's just working
You made me
perfect.
make it purple in like 30 seconds.
It's great. I think it's great. Whoops. There's a cake around here somewhere. I'm gonna find it. Yeah. Here we go. Look at this. It's an actual Twitch cake.
Oh, a Twitch cake. That's pretty good.
Wow. That's amazing. What's with the just line? It looks like someone just misplaced the decoration on top. I mean, it's perfect. I love it. It couldn't be better. It's the best. There we go.
I hope I can undo this easily.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for the bits. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna catch up with everything. Little creature, thank you so much for 10 bits. I'm gonna check the chromails and make sure that I've got them. Got them.
Oh god, I can't undo this.
What do you mean?
Because I hit save in order to build, I can't undo the color change. I'm gonna have to go and like...
Oops.
I don't know how to get it back to what it was.
Oh
I
well.
just have to be a close approximation.
This is it now.
We'll never be the same.
We'll never be the same again. We changed that day.
Ben, I don't have source control. I'm gonna get source control.
Yeah, Doig. You remember when people said you should probably do that like 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Chrome Elf and Ben. Ben says Doig wakes up. India has her head nestled betwixt his boobus.
What?
She wakes up, shakes her head between them and says, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." That's the free Animorning challenge for you. Listen, I love lying upon the Doig chest as I snooze. I wish that I could do that all day, every day. Just build a nest.
I snore too much.
I build a nest upon his chest. You snore a lot.
Everyone's screaming at me, you don't have source control. No, I don't fucking have source control. Who's got time for that?
Succubus, thank you so
Everyone-
much for the
everyone has time for
subscription that I missed. Thank you. I'm just checking back across the stream to make sure we didn't miss anything. Oh, was that a Chromel? No, I read that one, so that's fine.
You were told to get out at uni because you didn't have source control. They were like, nope, not allowed in till you're at least on a Bitbucket or something.
Wow.
But Git is free. I know it's free. Okay. I know. I'll go set it up. It's just like, just a lot.
There we go. I think, yeah, I checked over and that was everything. We're all caught up. Happy Twitch anniversary, everyone.
Yeah. But we didn't go on. Yeah, our first, according to Twitch Tracker, your first stream on Twitch was the 26th of July, 2017. I remember that conversation. I remember walking to, what would it have been at the time? Lidl. I remember walking to Lidl with you, and I was like, well, you know what? We should probably use Restream to like stream to YouTube and Twitch. And you were like, oh, I don't know about that. And we did. And then for like several years, the Twitch barely got any traction. And I was like,
as I thought, because I was like, okay, so you want to restream, but then we won't be able to see what the Twitch chat's saying.
Yeah.
We can only see what the YouTube.
No, we used Restream for a long time to see what both people were saying.
But they couldn't see what one another were saying.
They couldn't see what one another were saying.
So it was just like we're talking to different people. Like the people on YouTube could see who were responding to on Twitch, and the people on Twitch couldn't see who were responding to on YouTube. And I was like, this was a bad idea. But when we started dedicated streaming to Twitch, that was good.
Yeah, that was good.
I still didn't want to do it though.
Nope.
Anywho, yeah. We're gonna raid.
Who are we gonna raid?
We were gonna raid Mar or Paper Box House.
But they came here.
But they had different ideas.
There's one vote for Picori Mew and one vote for What If Julia. Who do you want to go see? What are they doing? I guess Picori Mew is probably doing art. Raid Foxander. We could do that.
Foxander!
They're not in the poll though.
Not Star Walker. Get out of here, Star Walker. Get out of
Who
here.
put Star Walker in here?
You're not in my party.
How dare you? Get him out of the purple party.
Get out of here.
Kind of weird that it got like only certain stripes on my scarf. It looks like my head is being propped up by like table legs. like I'm a spider kaiju or something. Right?
I guess, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda. If I squint.
If you squint, yeah. If I could remove the bottom half of me.
Bet you wish you could slide around.
No, I like rolling.
But you can't.
I like rolling.
Rolling. Come on! No, I know you'll be loving this. Right here. Right here. Did we choose?
Clyde
India,
is,
activate leg. Oh,
Clyde is winning it.
that wasn't leg. This is leg.
Oh, we have Nick Waz on the outside lane coming in quick as Nick Waz. He's almost neck and neck with Clyde now. Almost neck and neck. Wow, the Hey. No. Let me go. No, let me go. No.
I got you in my legs.
Mm,
I got you in my legs, boy. I got you in my legs.
nah.
Feel my ankles.
I hate it. Get me out.
Long, bony legs.
Help
Like
everyone.
chopsticks.
Ah.
Pick you up like a grain of rice.
Ah.
Dribble with them.
No.
I'm the ultimate football player.
Get him dizzy.
A crow mail for me.
For you.
Pinky Pink says, Swift, I'm proud of you that you did the challenge reviews all today in one run, right?
Good job.
I feel like I'm getting better
Yeah.
at being succinct.
It also helped that you didn't have 12 to review. What? It's true.
Garbage bear.
I'm not a garbage bear.
Garbage bear.
Oh.
Garbage bear.
The red eyes are really effective on you.
There we are. Garbage bear.
Oh, Sinister something. While I have you here, were you able to tweet out that cool the video, the graph, the Undertale battle thing? I don't know if I saw it.
Oh, I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah, I did. Did you tag us?
Maybe you should just go to their Twitter.
I don't know what their Twitter is. I searched for it. I couldn't find a Sinister something Twitter.
What's your Twitter?
What's your
Tell us
Twitter?
where you are. Look at this graph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did my eyes get so red? What's suspending up Doigel's head?
More a scarf.
And this is where we do the reviews. Look, the cat's tippy tapping around.
Yeah, I get unsettled by the cat tippy tapping.
We get unsettled because when she tippy taps, it's often because she's looking for a place to pee. And if we don't keep our eyeballs on her, she disappears around the corner and pees under the table. And then she's too fast to catch. This is where I went to school. All my friends thought I was pretty cool. I'm a Nickelback. Rabba-dabba-da-da-da. She wants to sort your belongings. You don't even know. She peed on Doig's bag.
She did.
He used to have a favourite rucksack that he took everywhere.
I took it to Japan.
When we went to Japan,
and
one of the
Portugal
only ways we could find each other was we'd just look for the one with the bright red backpack, and that was Doig.
That was me.
He always had his bright red backpack while Buffy peed on it.
Fucking peed on it.
Doig hasn't wanted to use it since.
I did use it recently. But it took 3 years of coming around to the terms of it, and I'm still not sure I got the smell out. I've sprayed it with like cat pee things and all sorts. Yeah, it was because I was.
Thank you, Martina. Martina's put the link into the tweet you wanted.
Oh, cool. Ta-da! I love it. I love it so much. Retweet.
The smell never leaves. More than that too, the knowledge never leaves. Like, you always know that this bag has been soaked in cat pee at some point.
Yeah.
You just always know. And it makes you paranoid about wearing it all the time, just in case. In case it starts to smell on a train or something, and everyone's like, who smells like pee? And it's like, oh, it's that guy.
No, my shame. No. I like the bag though, it's real good.
We'll get you another bag.
Like, just the same.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, our parents gifted us a pretty nice one. It's like a travel backpack, specifically for taking on planes and stuff.
Yeah, that one's real good for like volume and stuff. But this the red one that I got, it has good place compartments for all the stuff that I need. It's such a good bag. It's such a good bag.
We can get you another one.
I
think we got it in Dublin.
We did get it in Dublin, but
yeah,
I don't know
if go back. They might have version 2. They might have the even better one now.
They might.
You want me to take you backpack shopping?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take you backpack shopping.
See if we can get a just as good one. I liked it. They had it in red and they had it in blue, like Sonic blue. Maybe you could get one.
So we can have matching backpacks.
Uh-huh.
I'm good.
It's real good though.
I believe you.
It's just behind me. I used it on our Thought Bubble trip. I was packing to go to Thought Bubble one year, and Buffy sensed of like, oh no, they're leaving me, and peed on my bag. She had been cutely sleeping on top of it, so that's why it was there and like flat.
Yeah, we were like, oh, that's cute. We'll just brush off the cat hair before we go, and it'll be fine.
She fucking peed on it.
Peed on it. I guess next time you get a bag, you won't leave it anywhere that she can reach.
Nope. Stupid. Stupid.
But don't worry,
cat.
we'll keep you guys updated on the backpack replacement arc, Ayanoki. We'll let you guys know what happens with that. Sometimes I try to change expression and it clips into a new one, and it gets kind of bonkers. Gets kind of cray-cray up in here. Keygate. Expose Buffy. Next time she pees somewhere, I'm just going to take a picture of her face. The thing is, she never looks ashamed about it.
No, well, no, that's not true. That's not true.
No, it is, because she knows she's done something wrong. Because when you confront her afterwards, she runs away from you.
Oh yeah.
But then she like 10 minutes later will ask you for food.
Yeah,
She has no
doesn't
regret.
stick.
The only thing she regrets is getting caught. She knows you don't want her to do it, but she doesn't care.
Yeah, no, yeah, they'll slink away. Like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, 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 and then you like. So
I've got a Doig Swift cheek.
So this was mean of me, but she kind of asked for it. So she just peed under the table, and I got the kitchen roll and the spray, and I was cleaning it up, and I like had the mound of like pea sodden kitchen roll in my hand, and I was going up to the kitchen to put it in the bin, and she like sees me across the room, and she's like, and like, and then she's like, and I'm just like, I'm not rewarding this. And she was like, and so I was like, all right, this is going in your face. This is going in your face.
I mean,
so I put it towards her, and she like was like, whoa, 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 and she ran away.
I heard that rubbing a cat's like nose in its own pee is meant to stop it from doing it again.
I don't think that works.
But I just never had the heart to do it because it feels way too mean. Like,
she got sassy with me.
I've never been able
so
to bring myself to do it.
So the Revenge Bear came out.
It just feels too mean to like force a cat's face into its pee. Like, no, I don't want to do that. That feels cruel. But she does just keep peeing everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hinkapink says it doesn't help, only breaks trust. Yeah, I figured it just seemed like mean. I feel like she'd just keep doing it.
Oh, it breaks trust. That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't physically punish cats. Exactly. Darkbolt says Buffy's also not your cat to discipline. It's true. Like, we have limited control over what Buffy does. We kind of just have to live with the fact she pees everywhere because, like, what can we do? She's not our cat.
If you do it when they're older, they'll just hold a grudge.
Yeah,
There's
well,
no winning
she is
with
older.
them. Yeah,
Buffy's,
she's super older.
The ship has sailed on litter training Buffy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the way she's going to be, you know?
I remember one time in the bathroom, there's a shelf, and then there's the bath next to the shelf, and behind the bath, so imagine like running perpendicular to the bath. The bath's on the left, and there's a shelf where the sinks are. So down here in the bottom corner, there's like plastic boxes full of stuff, but there was a little gap between the plastic boxes. So there's a big space behind the bath here. It was Buffy's pee cave. It was sodden, you guys. It was like absolutely filled with urine.
So bad. She's just been peeing upon old urine again and again and again, building up layers of it.
I discovered it when our shower it leaked and like spread water across the floor, and it went down behind there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to get that. What the fuck? Like the water went out of the shower or across the bathroom floor and then behind there. I was like, what the fuck is what the
Oh, it was the worst.
Yeah.
So we blocked that off now using boxes, so she can't get back there anymore. But now we always have like this paranoid part of our brains where we're like, what if there's another place that we don't know about?
It rehydrated all that pee, yeah, it did.
Yeah, and just the fact that we live with the smell day in, day out means that we haven't noticed.
Anyway, we're going to go raid Clyde.
Anywho, enough about exposing Buffy and cancelling Buffy on the internet. We'll go and ride Clyde. We'll go and raid Clyde.
Ride Clyde, yeah. Yep, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The setup is going. Okay. And I'm going to go return us off of purple again.
Yeah, the smell was pretty bad. We can usually smell when she's done something. She's a hopeless case, unfortunately.
March 6th, 2020 is the day you made the announcement of your permanent move to Twitch, so mark your calendar to celebrate your affiliate anniversary that day.
Oh, really? Is that a day that we actually streamed as well?
But how do you have 2 year... Did we get affiliate before we fully moved over? I can't remember. March 6th is a... Yeah, okay. That's a cool date. That's like a month from now.
Do you want to come with me to the store, Doig?
Yeah, okay. I'll come with you to the store.
This is the motion of happiness. Yay.
We'll have to be quick though. Don't do that. Fuck. Don't. Well, that's gonna get deleted.
This entire VOD is going to get deleted, guys.
Fuck.
Remember this well because it's the last you'll ever see of this Animorning challenge.
Fuck.
I love that you just completely forgot that you were sharing your screen. Now everyone knows what your schedule is.
I'm gonna have to go back and check what's actually written on that.
Yeah, you will. I didn't say anything. To be fair, I could not read it. It was too far away. Anywho, I'll let you do that, and then we'll go to a store, and we'll buy some lunch for today and evening meal. Oh, Doig, it's okay. Don't worry. Shush, shush. It's all right. It happens to the best of us, Doig. It's okay. Shush, shush, shush. Do you use codes for your projects? He's looking at what was on there.
I think we're okay.
Do you use codes for your projects?
Yeah.
Good. Me too. There you are. You see, you're fine.
Yeah.
The project's coded.
It's okay. It's okay. It just has like...
I don't have to use codes for Transformers anymore, though, because everyone knows I'm working on Transformers, and I've said it lots of times before. I'm working on Transformers. No secrets here.
Well, I still blur that, but it's less bad than it could have been.
Do you need to blur it?
I would still blur it. Yeah.
Is it like Doi's big potty shit break? And you're like, no!
No, it's not. All right, we have to go.
Okay, all right. Oh, Doig, it's okay. Shush, it's all right. Purple bear.
I'm hungry.
Okay. How quickly you change moods. Okay, let's go.
I'm hungry.
We're gonna go raid Clyde.
Yeah, tell Clyde he's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really cool animator. He's making his own film. He's using Harmony, Toon Boom,
And he's really open with his knowledge, so...
and Unreal for the environments, which is so cool. It's such a cool thing.
Yeah, asking questions and throw lots of love at him because he's amazing.
And tell him you're all going to do the challenge to do comic books, and we'll get that challenge up later today.
And until next time...
May the rest
of your day...
be filled
with...
adventure.
Adventure.
Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Goodbye.